It's my privilege now to introduce to you Peter Carlson. He is a graduate of CCS. Prior to the meeting tonight, we were trying to determine what year, and the only thing he could remember is they had oil lamps. So I guess he's been around for a while. He serves on the board now and is the president of BW Container Systems. He's going to come and lead us now say a few words. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Well, I'm not really sure what an oil lamp is, but I think we did determine it was early 80s. So I mentioned parachute pants, but I'm not sure how we're going to get those work. So it's my honor and privilege to be here tonight. Appreciate the opportunity to say a few words. Just as a former alumni of Covenant Christian School and the impact that this organization has had on me personally and my family. It's just been a wonderful ride for me. A little bit about me and my journey at Covenant. So I grew up on the east side of Aurora, fairly large family, 6 siblings. We didn't have a lot, but we had a lot of love in our home, and it was centered on Jesus. So I'm fortunate that I had parents that thought that was important and raised us that way. It was important to my parents that I attend a Christian school when I was younger, and so at that time, we had to work quite a bit to make that happen. Obviously, back then it was tied to the church, which was a big help financially, but we also, being from a family that didn't have a lot and had to work hard for it, did quite a bit to help where I could. So I told the kids this story, a chance to talk at Career Day at Covenant, and actually collected aluminum cans wherever I could, took them to a recycling center to make money. And then the other thing my brother and I did was we would hunt night crawlers at night and go down and try to sell them to the fishermen near the Fox. So help with the work ethic aspect, but that was just how important for me the opportunity was to just attend this school and really create the foundation for the rest of my life. I think when I think about the importance of CCS in my life, so I went to CCS from 5th grade through 8th grade, which at the time was a combination of our North Aurora location and the Edna Smith home. And it really was, there are 2 things that I think really stick out to me in terms of the impact the organization had on me. And first was just that foundation that it gave me in my faith. And not something I can say I followed as well as I should have throughout the years, but I came back to it. And I think it was because of that foundation that I had, both at home from my parents, but a large part of that was also the opportunity and what I learned from so many of the staff and faculty at Covenant and how important that was in my life. So I think it's really important to give children the opportunity to experience that. That foundation has been critical to me in my life. And the other thing it did for me is, and I've told the story to many, but in 5th grade, I came in and I had Mrs. Thornton, and I used to dread going to school because she was all over me for every little thing. And I used to say, what's going on here? I don't know if I can handle this anymore. And it's such a difficult time. And as I look back and I think about even since after that point in high school, in college, in my professional career, really she deserves a lot of credit for getting me organized, getting me focused. And I think that was a pivotal time in my life, and I'm grateful to her and will be forever for playing that role. And I know so many of the teachers, faculty, and staff at Covenant really invested in the students and their future, and really grateful for the sacrifice that they make on a daily basis for each and every child, and I certainly was able to experience that in my time there. God's blessed me. I've been given great opportunities to lead some significant organizations and impact about 900 people on a daily basis, and I truly believe that that's a result of some of the things that happen in Covenant, the foundation of my faith, as well as some of just the key aspects of learning how to be organized, be focused, and to treat others well. So I've been very blessed. I think if God can do what He's done in my life for me, He can do it for anyone. And I think this school has just been pivotal. So, you know what? Why are we all here tonight? It's been a great evening so far. Some phenomenal worship music. I think there's really, a couple things. Covenant Christian School has continued to prepare the next generation to make an impact on the world for Christ. And there's nothing more critical we could spend our time and efforts on in this day and age. Obviously, the organization is no longer supported by a church, so it falls on a lot of outside fundraising. And tonight's a critical night for that. We all want to maintain our mission to make it possible for students to receive that Christ-based education as much as possible. And for that, this organization really needs two things from all of us. First, it needs our prayers. As I mentioned, some amazing teachers, faculty, and staff who sacrifice on a daily basis, and they need our prayers. The children need our prayers. And I would just remind you to keep this organization in your daily prayers. And second, they need our financial support. We want to continue to not only exist, but thrive, to touch more lives, and to produce more future leaders that can go into just about any field they want to. So appreciate the time tonight, and look forward to the rest of the evening and some more wonderful music. Thank you.